Welcome to TICE. Today we are here at Mosambi Climate Conference and we have with us Mr. Pratap Raju, the founder of Climate Collective. Welcome, Mr. Raju.
Thank you. Yes.
So to begin with our conversation, can you share the vision behind Mosambi Climate Conference and how does it align with the overall vision of Climate Collective?
Sure. I mean, the first thing, if you work in the startup world and even in the climate tech startup world, we're all small. We all need each other's help. We can't do this alone. And this is not just if you're a startup. We have many investors. We have many corporates who are looking for solutions. It's all fragmented. So one of the things we realize is that we need to get to know each other if we're going to collaborate. It's a very difficult process to really get solutions on the ground and scale without thinking about not just the mentors, the funding, the debt, the deployment partners, policy environment that needs to be in place. And if we don't collaborate, we won't be able to reach our goals in climate.
It wouldn't be wrong to say that, it is actually filling the much needed gap, the gap that has existed for quite a long time. Now we have a platform called Mosambi Climate Conference. So what are your expectations that this will bring?
Oh, I have many expectations actually. So whenever you think about collaboration, it's very hard to understand what an event or community can do. It could be that someone comes here and says, I was looking exactly for that resource or that partner. I saw you here. I'd like to work with you. It could be that I did not realize people are doing this, and it could inform the way that we work. So whenever you think about community events, there's so many different ways that it's sometimes hard to say this A will lead to B. But what we do know in our experience is that A will lead to something. And without ways for us to meet each other, to know each other, it's very hard for us to share and collaborate.
In your keynote address, you also talked about the initiatives and the changes that Climate Collective has brought till now. So can you also take my audience through the changes that it has made so far?
Well, sure, of course. Climate Collective, we've been around for a while, since about 2016. We started at a time when there were very few clean tech startups in India. We estimate 50 at the time. Today, there's somewhere between 6,000 to 7,000 clean tech startups. It's the fastest growing sector, perhaps, in India, the clean tech startup ecosystem. So our progress also has tracked the same. At the beginning, we were training entrepreneurs, what is a business plan, etc. Now we see a lot of maturity. We see like startups coming to us. How do I enter the UAE market? Or how do I do a reverse merger to incorporate in Singapore? How do I bring in blended finance to scale up end user finance to my clients or customers as we scale up? So I think the first thing that from when we started to now, the maturity has really advanced.
So you have been in this space for quite a long time. If I talk from the investor mindset perspective, so what changes do you see? Like maybe when you started in 2016 and today, what are the changes that you see?
Yeah. Well, I have a quick question. What's the biggest startup in the world in the last 20 years? If I told you it was a clean tech startup,
I might not
$1 trillion at some point to start up, Tesla.
Yeah.
So, so it's been around for a while. When we started, the first thing most investors and everyone told us is, climate tech, isn't this a CSR government thing?
Right.
Almost universally. Today, people see the business potential, the financial models of clean tech to both scale, have impact, and have great financial returns at the same time. And that's a diametric opposite to when we started.
Also, what kind of partnerships and collaborations you are looking at to strengthen this startup ecosystem?
Right. Well, startups journey is very hard. As I mentioned earlier, you need different kinds of capital, from grants to early stage, institutional, different kind of partners for deployment, whether they first pilots, often with labs, sometimes with corporates. You need distribution partners to come in to help startup scale. You need partners with media groups like TICE, because without awareness, it limits our ability in the startup ecosystem to find other partners, find customers, etc. I think it's numerous the kinds of partners needed in anything related to both startups, business, and impact.
What are going to be your top 3 key takeaways from today's conference?
The first thing is we were very happy with the audience here, and although we have been around for a while, we weren't sure if the need for collaboration was as strong as we believe. And it's very good to see the kind of people that showed up, the number of people, where they come from, all the key stakeholders I think have come to this event. So that's one is it's reciprocated what we think is a demand for the need for collaboration. It is across the ecosystem.
One last question. What is, the idea behind the name Mosambi Climate Conference?
Oh, yes, it is a unique name, I guess.
Right.
Mosambi, of course, the sweet lime fruit.
Sure.
So when I was in solar back 15 years back, I was doing solar. I knew it was good for the world, but it felt like a business, right? Then about 12 years ago, my first son was born. His name was Musa. And he was as round as a ball, round as a Mosambi. And we used to call him Mosambi. And it stuck because it was Musa and my other kid, Eklavya, who really made me feel something about what we should leave for them and their kids and their future generations. So when I transitioned from solar to climate, I thought about what was personal for me, and it was my kids.
That's great to hear. I hope that this initiative goes a long way and we really see a change at the root level. Thank you so much for connecting.
Thank you.